Okay, welcome to another vintage league here. A couple of things. I'm recording this after the fact. There's a free, as Magical was having issues, a free all access pass for like 3 days, so I jumped on it to play some things where I don't have cards. As you, a couple of these cards I don't have too many, but I played this deck earlier in the year. One of my first videos on my channel was a strong league. I went back and checked. It was a nice 3-2 positive finish here. Not going to spoil the result here, but this is after the fact, and it was another really strong league. I'll let you see exactly how we did if you want to watch the games without spoilers there. But the other thing is that somebody commented on one of my videos that I had static, and I went and looked into the OBS settings and watched a YouTube video. I think I figured it out. So I think I have fixed the static issues in my videos. If you disagree and don't think that I fixed the static issue, let me know down below in the comments. That's appreciated. And while you're down in the comments, like and subscribe and all that stuff for the algorithm. Anyway, getting into it. Again, don't usually watch the gameplays or whatever, but you have some time. This is a good one. We're playing Bug Survival here. And the idea with this deck is we're playing a combination of some of the strongest bug cards, but then we also have a banned-in legacy super powerful engine here. Survival of the Fittest, which is green, you discard a card and you go and find one. The idea is you can discard Vengevines, your graveyard, then you can discard Basking Rootwallas. When you discard Basking Rootwalla, you play it, find another creature. You can either put some Vengevines into the graveyard and get Walla, grab another Walla, play the Walla. They have your two creatures that these cast after you discard them, just kind of like off of a bazaar. Two triggers here, the cast. That brings back the Vengevine that you put into the graveyard with survival. Alternatively, if you don't have an extra mana, but you've already discarded 3 cards, so if you activated survival 3 times, you can discard 1 Walla and then find a hollow one. Discarded 3 cards, hollow one is now free, so if you have no mana left, you can just find a hollow one and play that, triggering your Vengevines, which is very cool. Also have some other synergies here. We'll finish with survival first, but we've got other ways of getting Vengevine back into play and discarding it and whatnot. We've got a Master of Death, so if you're not going to chain the Vengevines for some reason, let's say your opponent's got a Containment Priest in play, so you can't bring the Vengevines back, you can get a Master of Death, bring that back every turn, discard it, find a creature every turn. So you just turn Survival of the Fittest into like a demonic tutor just for 1 green every turn, I guess, which is pretty good. Also, pitches the Force the Will and whatnot, and you can just play this card. It is within bug. You can just play this, get the Surveil, block or swing with it. We have a couple of tutor silver bullets. We got 1 Collector Ouphe, 1 Hullbreacher, which we can tutor up with the survival. You can also tutor up Disciple of Freyalise because the front side's a creature, but then the back side's a land. So this is a way of some of the chains with survival. Getting the Disciple of Freyalise is useful. Turning it into a land here. We also do fun stuff with the 4 Psychic Frogs and our honorary 1 of Kiora. I played this in the last video too, and I got to make the giant octopus, which was pretty sweet. Really enjoyed that, so this one stays. Also, anyway, with those 5 cards, you can discard Vengevine and then discard Walla or play a Deathrite Shaman or something as your second creature and bring back the Vengevine, which is pretty sweet. Yeah. You can also just get Wallas into play by discarding them the frog, which is fun. We've got 3 Okos here. This one's a little hard to read, but there's a lot of Lurrus control running around as usual. Lurrus control is very strong. Oko is a great card in that matchup, and we can play Lurrus ourselves because we got Vengevines, so we're going to play some Okos. You can also tutor up the Boggart Trawler with the survival. I forgot about that, and that's main deck Graveyard Hate land. That's very cool. We also then, 4 Force of Wills, 2 Mindbreak Trap, Mental Misstep, section here. These are just fancy fatal pushes from Final Fantasy. I like the art. Pushes there for removal. Restricted broken bug cards. One guy is Cradle. This is a fun one. It's a legendary. There's an argument for two, maybe, but like I think one's fine. Bunch of creatures in play. This gets you a bunch of green. Trigger. No, you have like two creatures in play. This gets two green. Cool. Very green mana base here. Changed the mana base up quite a bit from the last time we played this. I think that's like the biggest change I made from when I played this earlier in the year in that video. Made the mana base much more focused on just green. I think I like Wasteland that one, and I realized I don't want that. I just want a bunch of green lands. And we got one Yavimaya Cradle of Growth here, so like even just have your fetch lands tap for green with that out. One Underground Sea. I think it's silly not to play one Underground Sea, so we're going to play one Underground Sea. We do have 4 Psychic Frogs in this deck, and I want to affect that. Bug lands. I covered everything. Deathrite Shamans. Good at triggering Vengevine. Good at getting you green mana. You know, not the like. Card also. Main deck sideboard. We got our Graveyard Hate and 2 Leylines and 3 Keen-Eyed Curators. So we have a bunch of green mana in this deck. This will be easy to cast. It's actually pretty good. The biggest downside with this card is it's green. Like, it's actually quite strong. Good amount of legacy play. Force of Negations. Combo matchups. Outland Liberator, which we can tutor for. 3 Null Rods and Abrupt Decays for various matchups like Oath and Lurrus decks. Rod for some of the combo decks. About it. Again, I've already played this league, like I mentioned earlier in the video, and it went very well. Happy with this one. Enjoy. Okay, here we go. We should not keep this, but on the draw with the redraw from the Time Walk, going to. If we draw a survival, we get to go city, but this is not advisable. Oh, crap. Blue. Kidding me. And we even drew the survival. Okay. Fair enough. You've invested in the arena of ideas. Yes. Please pop the vexing ball. What a brutal vexing ball. Are we? Please pop your vexing ball. Please. Please. Please pop your vexing bubble. You're thinking about it. Wanna pop your Vexing Ball. Stops our walls, actually. That's really bad for us. We're so dead if they don't pop this Vexing Ball. Thank you. They don't know what we're doing, so that's not a reflection on our opponent there, but it is helpful for us. What are they gonna get? Or what they get here. They got a main deck like Graph Digger's Cage. They might go for that. Here they got Trinisphere. Trinisphere, pretty good. They got a Lodestone. And pitch the Walla. The Vengevine. Get one more Vengevine. Um, get a Collector Ouphe. I want to keep the Force of Will. We want to turn this into something. question. Let's get a Master of Death and we'll pitch that. Bring that back. Want the pitch the Vengevine first. That way, like the manifold key shenanigans. The Abrupt Decays are really good. Outland Liberator. Might be okay. Not one. Vengevine is usually a. Null Rods are okay against them, but they're really not great. Like, I'm not sure if they're Sphere Shops or Raker Shops. I love one Ouphe in case it's against Sphere Shop. I don't know. They have the I think it might be more Sphere. I think it actually is Sphere Shop. Do that. If it's Sphere Shops, I kind of want. Keeping one of these if it's the ring. Survival can be pretty hard to get going. Try that. I think on the draw especially, because like they got Wasteland. I think another awkward hand. Keep getting these awkward hands. Keep it on the back of Force of Will. Okay. Lurrus. Here's a fetch land. In case they've got like. Yeah. Just swing. Save that wasteland they have there for use. Alright, we're in trouble now. Oh, maybe I should have kept up the Mindbreak Trap hardcast. Kept up the hardcast. Can I do this? Okay, let's see if they've got a play. Be good. Take out the jet. Wow. Alright, not bad. Not bad. That was pretty good. Alright, here we go. Yes. Keep that. They're on dredge. Knowing the 5, that probably means they're on dredge. Our hand's actually not very. No. Oh no, they're on Lurrus. They're not on dredge. We just had a bad hand. Mindbreak Trap is on. Definitely trap the crap out of that one. They're tapped out here. We might. Um, they're on the Lurrus PO deck. Not as good. The Vengevines are just not as. Coco's not a is. I think that's okay. Okay, this. The bonkers hand we had there. See if we can. They're bonkers. Don't love it, but it's terrible. Got play. You want to draw a land. One, two, Stock up. Got a Pyroblast. Well, misstep that. Not having a land is. Misstep came in handy there. Okay. So I didn't draw a land and they had enough. And that's that. Okay, here we go. So I think that's gotta be a. They're not on Lurrus. Like I am honestly tempted to just hope they're playing like. I think it's just. This is not great. Looky. Might be worse to be. They're mono white initiative or something, and they just go like turn one, you know, Mox creature. We're gonna just die. Sure where our opponent went. Maybe they're double queuing. Double queue. There might be jewel shops. Like we only had a wall. We needed to like draw stuff. Have like a good matchup. Especially not with this. It's annoying and stuff. Oh, it is jewel shops. I draw exactly Collector. Exactly freaking Collector. Got a recall? A creature. I don't understand. I'm gonna crack these to thin our deck. I know that's probably a silly thing to do it anyway. All green because we want to land anyway. We have a billion manas anyway. They found something. That's bad for us. Anything they find is bad for us. Is bad. See if our Vengevine. I think the chances of them dying to their ring low. Touches. I think we have to. Don't love that, but we're kind of. They got a PO. Get a lot of Mox in it. PO. Gotta have something. Got nothing. Bizarre. Got... Oh no, we don't. Do? Do, okay. Gotta track that. It'll push. Got ring protection. What? Alright, I'll take it. I think they had another turn there, but sure. These. We want the. Take the Liberator. Those are terrible. What a Venge. What a wall. Um. Let's just go down to 2 Vengevines. That's probably enough if we get it going. You can also just search up like Hullbreachers and Ouphes and our opponent got really unlucky that game. Um, what is play survival, pitch Vengevine, get we draw a land, it's pitch Vengevine, get Collector Ouphe, play Collector Ouphe, play Deathrite Shaman, which would be incredible if we draw a mana source. Drawing a Force of Will or a Force of Negation would be great. So we don't draw a land. Play survival, pitch Vengevine, mana floating, get Walla. Play 2 Walla's Vengevine. I'll get a land. Play a Deathrite Shaman. It's a tough one. I think because we have draw a mana source, get an Ouphe as a play, I'm gonna keep it. But they go like turn 1 vaccine ball, but we die. I only got one though. That'd be bad. That mana crypt again. That's not great for us. Okay. To counter our Sapphire? That'd be interesting. Going to counter our Lotus. Counter our survival of them. They're 1 mana short of what I actually want. Realizing pitch Vengevine gets. Yeah, pitch Vengevine, play Ouphe. Good enough. We can definitely get a green mana source next turn. Because we can find Freyalise. Oh no, we don't have green mana to pitch them. Interesting. Um, I don't love it, but I think it's. You have to just try and draw green mana source. played into Force of Will. That was happening. Alright, now we're in trouble. Tinker? Sure. Um, B. Underground Sea. Not very. Really use a Collector Ouphe. I don't think pitching the Deathrite Shaman does anything. Pitch Deathrite Shaman. We don't have a second creature. We play Oko. We keep Deathrite Shaman as a creature. We hope that they brick and we can steal the jewel. See what happens. I have no idea what's in their hand. We had one more mana we could have swung with the Sapphire, which we didn't have one more mana. Taking the jewel. Ooh. Right? Marion Academy. Attempt to take the jewel. See what they. We can actually make a bunch of green. Alright. Bad enough. Got there. We're gonna go get a Collector Ouphe just for insurance, but like we could pitch this, get a Walla, pitch the Walla, bring back. No, we didn't have enough mana. Yeah, no, we just had to pitch this and get a collector. Good game. Okay, here we go. Apply. We keep it. Obvious issue here in that don't have any black mana. Find one. Pretty good. Find a survival. Just swamp. Upper survival. Settle for either one. Mindbreak Trap. Yes. Ooh. That's a problem. Dredge. It's counterbind. Follow. L2 is a pro. He has something else now we can trap it, which is pretty funny. You know, we're not well set up against. We don't have Wasteland. That we want. Is there any reason to wait? We just jam it. Don't think there's any reason that we just jam it and hope they don't have a force. I guess if it resolves in response to Czar, that's better. Get to draw another card though this way. I don't think letting them draw a card is a good idea. We're just gonna do it now. Do you have a Force of Will? Might have a. I might have a Fury or something. The deck is playing Fury kind of cards. These be the reason to wait. They can pump their. Oh, they do have the. This would be the reason to. And that was the reason to wait. Extra value there. Fair enough. Now we're just dead. If they wouldn't have drawn 2, they would just discard 3, and then we... That's not... Here you got us. Yeah, pretty all in on that pull. Oh boy. Could have actually played these cards if we would have done a response. I think I screwed up now. Tried to make a smart play. I think in retrospect it was a dumb play. Now we have a Force of Will to protect it. Safely. We have to be friends with. Not really. I think we do have to sort of us winning scenario involved. Probably punch him out. I think we could have won this one. Hullbreacher in response. Wouldn't have drawn 2 cards. I got 2. Have to. We have our Mox Jet. I think you probably should just concede it a while ago. Screwed up the flip with the Hullbreacher. They waste our underground sea and we satisfied. Waste the underground sea, we just like so we want the ley lines. Curators. Not very good. Leaves us pretty low in blue card. We have to keep the other blue cards, even though it was not an all. Do that. That's a little risky. If they got a vigor right away. Double Walla. Okay. And have to um Black Lotus would be a good one. Want to deploy the frog for gets double hit by Force of it. Get the survival. Might mean they got a Force of Vigor then. Do not play around that day. Is Frog the card we want? We just want Hullbreacher. They pitched a Fury, which is interesting. I mean, if they got another one, I guess. No, they got a Wasteland. Oh, they're gonna cut us off blue. That's brutal. Draw an island here. Oh, freaking Emerald. Fair enough. Could have played the one to blame but myself here. I got the speed loop going. Okay, we have to draw. We're in so much trouble. I don't know if there's any line here that actually gets us out of it, definitely. I think we're just... That Wasteland killed us. Oh well. Now there's just nothing. That was brutal. I think game one we punted, not responding, waiting for the Hullbreacher activation. We gave another look at Force of Will, but maybe it wasn't a punt. They just... I think it was a punt. Let me know down below. This game we got done by... I was unlucky though. Okay, here we go. If we can draw... Let's see if we can draw... Let's see if we can draw a blue card. I would like a blue card. Oh. The blue card. We just can respond to their Deathrite. Maybe we just play our own Deathrite. I think we do. Um, Their Deathrite Shaman's annoying here for sure. Okay. Try and delay that one. Little land there. And pitch Vengevine. Get Walla. Pitch Walla, get Freyalise, play Deathrite Shaman. Good enough? Not. I think we're like 1 mana short. Walla. No! Oh, shit. Oh. Oh. That was a terrible punt. Okay. That's extremely frustrating. Ugh. Just clicked. I played it instead of pitching it to get the Freyalise to play the Deathrite Shaman. It completely swung the game. Now we're just dead. That's very frustrating. I think the last time I played this deck, I did, and now we're just gonna get hit by this. We would have. We don't have a basic. Just a blowout. I don't even. We should have a Vengevine in play. Have a land. We should. So angry. Now we're so incredibly. I am now salty. Officially angry and salty. Just played that correctly. In such you would have just had a. I'm gonna keep complaining about it. You can mute me. I would have just got works. I get killed. Work here. We knew that's a possibility. Damage. Um, really want this to resolve. They've got like hardcast Force of Will or something. I want them to like tap out. And have like hardcast Force of Will. Doing something. I think now that they don't have hard cast, they could have hard cast Force of Negation. We go for it now. We can counter a Spell Pierce. They can't hardcast Force. If they hardcast Fawn, so be it. Counter Spell Pierce. Got Fawn. We got Orcs. Dig through. Only played. That's frustrating. Very frustrating. Could have just done this on their turn, then we could grab them off of it. I fucked this up. When the player on hardcast Force and embarrassing. All because just all because I misclicked with the Vengevine. Like 10. Just, The frustrating thing is we had this game completely won and I missed. I up with the recall. Could have done it on their turn. Could have baited them and got in a blowout with the Where is our Psychic Frog? There's our Psychic Frog. Yeah, I like another Psychic Frog. I can't believe I broke. We're dead, but we're just gonna play it out because our opponent's playing incredibly their clock. In case this gets to like a game 3 situation, be up. It all happened because we clicked on. Still angry about it. It's the worst kind of way to lose a game. Jones play. Game 2. We don't want Mindbreak Traps. We don't want the Collector Ouphe. My curators are others out. Really we take out one. Try that. Oko would have been a good one too. We had a bunch of cards that but that was my fault. Happens, I guess. Um, it's okay. Sure. Now we would like to draw a psychic. Take them off mana here. You have to try and force that. See if it gets through. You should just force back. Surprised if they had a force and didn't protect their frog. Not good for us, but good for us. Not a bad one. They recognized that their clock was. This is still okay. Wish we had more ways of dealing with the collector. You just playing the other Keen-Eyed over the survival and just trying to smash face some merit. Hard to say. But like Deathrite Shamans do make the survival plan a little Keen-Eyed just as a giant eater. The Keen-Eyed if you're not. If they got a Force of Will there, I think one is a Moxen. Moxen. But Lotus would be our best draw. That's a little late. Dead yet, but it's not a great. But they got the Deathrite Shaman activated. Hopefully they play something, we force it. That helps us somehow. I feel like I screwed. What I screwed up was losing the first game. Black. Blue. Black. Black Lotus, please. Black Lotus, please. Not a Black Lotus. Gotta just get the Vengevine now. See what they do here. Okay. That means attacking with their frogs, not a family. Can take all of the lands out of our grave, I think. Get priority. Give our frog flying. Black. Trophy. Well, now we're not in an amazing spot again. Very close game. We don't have black mana. Could have killed the frog if we had black mana. See if they block. Have to. Big turn here. I have 4 cards too. Can't block it though. They get a crack at us. Draw a swamp. Like a swamp. What'd they get? Their Deathrite. Does that win it? Pretty close. I think we can clean up their board and then kill the frog, right? Kill. Only hit for 4. I think. Do it like this. Back our Rootwalla. This is instant. Yeah. blow that one up. That should do. Good game. Okay, so really nice 4-1 there. Our only loss was to Countervine, and I think see that video, I kind of deliberated on when to play my Hullbreachers, and I feel like I got it wrong at every possible moment there. We're not playing Wastelands. I think that is a tough matchup, but Countervine is so fringe that um, like you're just so unlikely to. It's not a deck that I feel like is worth really focusing on, and we do have ways of beating the deck. I mean, we have plenty of things we can do. Um, Even put like a second Hullbreacher into this deck. I mean, Hullbreacher's still a good card. I don't know, and it's blue. But I mean, I wouldn't focus too much on the Countervine matchup. I mean, again, without Wastelands, it's always good. Without Wastelands, without Void Mirrors, we don't have any of the like Haymaker cards. Um, we don't want Vexing Bulb or anything either. We're trying to cast our Basking Rootwallas for free and stuff, so we're not interested in that. Yeah, maybe it's just like a tough matchup, but I think we definitely still have play there. And we did, 3-2-0s, and then one closer 2-1 at the end against the other bug deck. Just beating the bug deck is very cool. The beating the normal established bug deck's very fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff for the algorithm. It's all appreciated. You got any ideas? Let me know. I think I played some like spicier tutor targets last time. Like I had one Grave Titan. Idea was like to go to like a sideboard game and my opponents, bring in Graveyard Hate. Maybe I just get like one big Haymaker. You could also play like an Elder Gargaroths. I'm just thinking like the deck could probably use some sort of like 4 or 5. Maybe the 6 mana was probably a bit silly, but like a 4 or 5 mana like just Haymaker I think could be a good addition to the deck, especially in the sideboard. Just bring it in if you're expecting Graveyard Hate. Your opponent plays their Graveyard Hate, and then you just go and search up some like I don't know. I'm not sure what the best bug 4 or 5 mana Haymaker is, but just something like that. Maybe the new Spider, maybe Gwenum. This is Gwenum, the Spider-Man card. This is like the called again the Bolus' Citadel creature. We have a trophy league playing this one. That was fun. Yeah. I don't know. Any other ideas? Let me know. I'll see you next time.